The Galactic Council had made their decision unanimous. Earth would be severed from all hyperspace lanes, its coordinates scrubbed from every star chart, and humanity would face the cosmos alone. The vote was 847-0 with Earth's representative, absent a final insult to a species deemed too dangerous to exist among civilized worlds. Captain Morgan Blake stood on the bridge of the last human vessel to witness the great severing. The massive energy barriers materialized around their solar system like prison walls made of light, cutting them off from faster-than-light travel and galactic communication networks. The other species had spoken. Humanity was too aggressive, too unpredictable, too willing to break the sacred laws that had governed interstellar civilization for millennia. "Sir, all hyperspace beacons are offline," reported Lieutenant Davis from the navigation station. "We're completely isolated." Blake nodded grimly. The exile was complete. Humanity had been judged and found wanting by beings who had never known war, never faced extinction, never been forced to adapt or die. Their crime was not any single action, but their very nature, the refusal to accept limitations, the stubborn insistence on pushing boundaries that others considered absolute. The first law humanity broke was the law of stellar boundaries. Within 50 years of the exile, human ships had found ways to punch through the energy barriers using techniques the Galactic Council had deemed impossible. They stripped hyperspace drives from derelict ships, reverse-engineered quantum tunneling technology, and created crude but functional jump drives that operated on principles no other species had dared explore. Commander, Lisa Park led the first expedition beyond the barriers. Her ship, the Defiance, merged in the neutral zones between galactic arms regions considered too dangerous and resource-poor for civilized exploration. While other species huddled in their comfortable core worlds, humans began establishing outposts in the galactic wilderness. The second law to fall was the law of technological stagnation. The Galactic Council had long ago decreed that certain technologies were too dangerous for widespread use. Artificial intelligence, genetic modification, and quantum consciousness transfer were banned across all member worlds. Humanity embraced them all. Dr. James Reed, working in a hidden laboratory on the edge of human space, successfully merged human consciousness with quantum processors. The resulting hybrid beings possessed enhanced intelligence and the ability to interface directly with starship systems. When the Galactic Council discovered this development, they were horrified. Such technology threatened the natural order they had spent eons preserving. The third broken law was the law of non-interference. While other species avoided primitive worlds or studied them from afar, humans actively sought out developing civilizations. They shared technology, offered protection, and formed alliances with species the Galactic Council considered beneath notice. Ambassador Tom Wilson established the first of these relationships with the Cowrie, a feline species just beginning to explore their own solar system. Instead of maintaining distance, Wilson landed on their homeworld and offered a simple proposition: mutual cooperation and shared growth. Within a generation, Cowrie ships flew alongside human vessels, their natural agility complementing human tactical thinking. The fourth law shattered was the law of resource respect. Galactic civilization had long agreed that certain systems were off-limits black holes. Neutron stars and quantum anomalies were considered too dangerous to exploit. Humans built mining stations around black holes, harvesting exotic matter and energy on scales that defied conventional physics. Engineer Rachel Cole designed the first successful black hole mining platform. Her innovations allowed humans to extract energy directly from event horizons and harvest materials that existed in states of matter unknown to conventional science. Technology was dangerous, unpredictable, and absolutely forbidden by galactic law. It was also incredibly effective. The fifth and final law to crumble was the law of peaceful coexistence. When the Galactic Council finally discovered the extent of human expansion and their flagrant disregard for established order, they assembled the largest military force in galactic history. The combined fleets of 847 worlds moved to erase humanity permanently. The battle that followed became known as the War of Defiance. Admiral Kate Foster commanded the human fleet from the bridge of the Indomitable, ship built using every forbidden technology humanity had mastered. The vessel's AI core contained the uploaded consciousness of a dozen tactical geniuses. Its hull was constructed from materials harvested near black holes, and its weapons operated on principles that should have been impossible. The Galactic Fleet expected to face a small, primitive force. Instead, they encountered an enemy that had spent a century preparing for this moment. Human ships appeared and disappeared using quantum tunneling technology, their enhanced crews reacting faster than any organic mind could process. Alliance forces, dozens of species humanity had befriended, struck from unexpected directions. The battle raged across multiple star systems. For every human ship destroyed, 2 galactic vessels fell. The Council's forces, bound by their own laws and conventions, found themselves outmaneuvered by an enemy that recognized no limitations. In the end, it was not military might that decided the conflict, but the fundamental difference in philosophy. The Galactic Council sought to preserve order and stability above all else. Humanity sought to grow, to adapt, to become something greater than what they were. When forced to choose between following the rules and survival, humans chose survival. When faced with impossible odds, they redefined possibility itself. The war ended not with humanity's defeat, but with the dissolution of the Galactic Council itself. Too many species had seen what humans accomplished when freed from artificial constraints. Rebellions sparked across the galaxy as civilizations that had stagnated for millennia suddenly remembered what it meant to strive for something beyond the status quo. Admiral Foster stood on the bridge of her battered ship, watching as the last Council fleet retreated toward the galactic core. Around her, the galaxy was changing. Humanity's exile had ended not with their return to the fold, but with the fold itself transforming to accommodate them. The laws that had governed galactic civilization for eons lay in ruins. In their place, a new principle emerged: the right of all species to define their own limitations, to reach for heights previously considered impossible, and to face the universe with the same defiant spirit that had carried humanity through their darkest hour. Humanity had been exiled for being too dangerous to coexist with civilized species. In the end, they had become the catalyst that reminded the galaxy what civilization could truly become. When it refused to accept the word impossible,